Insights. I'm Natalie Horan, and today we're chatting with Alejandro Perez, VP of Sales at Karisma Hotels and Resorts. So today we're going to be talking about how they create foodie adventures for every age, their resort vibes. I mean, they've got vibes. Their all their little touches. There's all the little details that make them so different and special. We're going to have a little bit of time at the end, so if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and Alejandro will answer live at the end. So let's dive in.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for that introduction, Natalie. Pleasure to have this opportunity and this platform to talk a little bit more about Karisma Hotels and Resorts and all of the different products we have in our portfolio. So vacations like you dream it. Let's start with the basics. So Karisma Hotels and Resorts, it's a management company, mid-sized management company that has very powerful brands under the Karisma umbrella. The brands are the following. We have the Margaritaville Island Reserve, all-inclusive hotels in Mexico. We have two of those. We have the Nickelodeon hotels. We have one Nickelodeon in Riviera Maya, Mexico, and one in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And the third brand is Azul. We have a Azul property in Jamaica, in Negril. So these three brands with three different and very unique identities and vibes, talking about vibes, Natalie, are under the Karisma umbrella. So I'm going to go and talk to you a little bit more about, first of all, this is the destinations we are in this side of the world: Riviera Maya, Mexico, Jamaica, Negril, Jamaica, and Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And I want to talk to you about the brands that we have under the Karisma umbrella and their unique selling points. So let's start with Margaritaville Island Reserve. So I'm sure you've seen lots of Margaritavilles in the States, around the Caribbean. We are located in Riviera Maya, Mexico, and we are gourmet all-inclusive. So unlimited premium food and beverage included. And we have two properties. So the brand pillars, it was such an interesting marriage when we had the privilege to connect with such a powerhouse like Margaritaville, such an epic and strong brand like Margaritaville. And we had the opportunity to enter into this partnership. I see it as an amazing marriage, beautiful marriage between the fun aspects of the Margaritaville brand. They have incredible, as you know, incredible IPs. They have, from community homes, radio stations, hotels. They have their own Land Shark beer brewery. The IPs they have with all of the music of the genius Jimmy Buffett and everything, how the brand has evolved and how they have applied all of those sensitive touch points of the brand itself and of Jimmy Buffett and his music throughout all of their products and everything they provide and they show us in the world. So for us, it was an amazing, I see it as a beautiful marriage between such a powerful brand with those funness and aspects and fun aspects of the brand and IPs with the expertise when it comes to hospitality management that Karisma Hotels and Resorts brings to the table. So it's a beautiful marriage between these two companies. Very happy, very excited to be working with the Margaritaville all-inclusive resorts. So as I said, we have two. As you can see, start very basic with the pillars of the brand. Again, paradise, relaxation, authenticity, and that sense of escapism, which is key for the Margaritaville brand. We like to call it laid-back luxury. And with the brand and how the MICE market segment has been evolving, we have more now mid-size type of groups and incentive trips. You still have, of course, the large portion of groups traveling around the world, but also groups that are perhaps partitioning those large groups into 3 or 4 per year. And we have the perfect hotel sizes to cater to those type of incentive groups, rewards, trips, so on and so forth. So whether it's a corporate reunion, whether it's an incentive trip, whether it's social, we're seeing an upward trend, incredible upward trend when it comes to social groups. More and more, they are coming, and they're coming because the brand is calling them. They want to have that leisure, they have that mix of having, uh, the fun aspects of the trip itself, the destination, going to Mexico, but at the same time, they can work in a relaxed environment with very, very good vibes, happy vibes of the Margaritaville brand. So sometimes you don't have to take life that serious. No, you can mix it up and have quality life. So here's some of the features. Again, it's island reserve. So every time you see Margaritaville, the first step to differentiate us from the other Margaritavilles, it's island reserve. So when you see island reserve, that's us, that's Karisma Hotels and Resorts, and it's gourmet inclusive, and it's part of the Karisma portfolio. So we have focused on maximizing as much as we can all of the incredible IPs of the brand into the hotel. So you're going to see in the two Margaritavilles the lyrics and the music of Jimmy Buffett embedded in the menus in the different touch points of the hotel, whether it's the bar, whether it's the name of a cocktail, the name of a soap, the small details that you're going to see, and I'm sure perhaps we're going to have in the audience some parrot heads that would understand the feeling. Again, together with prime hospitality service, we have a strong focus as Karisma Hotels and Resorts, a very strong focus. It's one of our pillars of identity. It's in our DNA when it comes to food and beverage. Food and beverage it's one of our main focuses, and service. So you're going to have all of our hotels a la carte dining, with the exception typically of one main restaurant that has food display style of service, but the rest is a la carte. So and different in varies between cuisines. So from Italian to steakhouse to international, Asian, so on and so forth. Something also very interesting to mention is Joe Merchant. You can see that in the bottom right of your screen. And Joe Merchant, so at Karisma Hotels and Resorts, we like to be pioneers. We like to implement, come with the gourmet inclusive was born that way, when getting away from the typical all inclusive and elevating that experience. And again, and we're seeing more and more how the gourmet inclusive concept is growing. It's seamless, it's easier, and it's much more stress-free for our meeting planners. So it's becoming more and more of a no-brainer. But going back and not deviating from what I was going to say, Joe Merchant. So Joe Merchant is a very interesting concept, a pioneer concept, by the way. It's a store. It's a market that you're going to have in Margaritaville at each of the hotels, where you can go and select. You're going to have a bracelet. The bracelet basically it's your key, but in that bracelet, based on the room category you select it and you're staying, you have points. So you can utilize those points to customize your minibar. The idea, you're going to have the two waters, of course, in your room in the minibar, but the idea is to empower our guests so they can customize their own minibar experience. So it doesn't make any sense if you're not a Diet Coke drinker to have two Diet Cokes daily restocked. So get 4 regular Cokes, just to say an example. But we want you to be able to be empowered and go to Joe Merchant and based on with your bracelets just purchase whatever. And we have from wines, beers, snacks, anything and everything at Joe Merchant there. So it's a very interesting concept. If you want to know more information, I'm more than happy to talk further about this with you. Now, also I want to mention for MICE groups, it's important if we also have the option, if you want, of having the regular daily stock minibar. That's also an option, but we are seeing more and more popularity with Joe Merchant and people having that fun part of customizing their own minibar. But again, we can go to the traditional way as well, if that's the case. So this is again proximity. It's excellent location. We are in Bahia Petempichi. This is just 20 minutes away from Cancun International Airport. Very, very easy to get there. And it's in a gated community, which is called Bahia Petempichi. We have other hotels from the ComSet as well. There we have the two Margaritaville. So we have Margaritaville Island Reserve Riviera Maya and Margaritaville Island Reserve Riviera Cancun. Okay, so it's two. They are 4 to 5 minutes away from each other by car. So they are in the same gated community, very close to each other. So we work, it's sister hotels, basically the type of dynamic. Two sisters that love each other very well, or two brothers that love each other very well. The difference between these two properties is that Riviera Cancun accepts families, and Riviera Maya, it's adults only. So this is Margaritaville Island Resort Riviera Maya. This hotel is a brand new property. It was built 1 year and a half, more or less. It has 355 suites. It's a mid-sized hotel, beautiful property, and it has a uniqueness that I love to. Those bragging rights, I have them right now. I like to brag them in a respectful way, of course, of having a unique venue, which is the Land Shark Brewery. We have an Oceanfront Land Shark Brewery, and it's an actual brewery, where you can actually see the beer making process. We have a brewmaster, and this is part of the gourmet-inclusive concept. So this is a restaurant. It's a grill where you have, of course, good comfort food, but at the same time, we have the Land Shark beer and other beers, artisanal beers, that are changed by season by the brewmaster. It's a complete experience. It's definitely a great venue for any type of events. Again, this is just 20 minutes away from Cancun International Airport. Coming to event space, we have a ballroom with close to 4,689 square feet, where we can, based on the setup, whether it's cocktail banquets, we can set up. We have the capacity for up to 400 people that we can have here at this ballroom. And I'm talking about the ballroom. It has a beautiful mangrove overlooking foyer. I can show you pictures. Just DM me. And in that foyer, you have a capacity for another 100 people for coffee breaks, for refreshments. So this definitely, the hotel was made with the mentality of having groups, of having that corporate side of the market segment. So this is the way the hotel is laid out. It's as you can see, it's in like a horseshoe. It's very compact, and it has, again, all of the restaurants. We have, as an example, we have Frank and Lola's. Frank and Lola's came out from a song of Jimmy Buffett. So we have Frank and Lola's in the two Margaritavilles, and it's Italian cuisine. We have the JWB, which is a steakhouse, which is James William Buffett. You're going to see signature restaurants and signature names based on the inspiration of the genius Jimmy Buffett and his music and his way of living life and seeing life. So key selling points. This is a 4-diamond AAA property. Has a Land Shark brewery. This is again, the Land Shark brewery has a capacity, has 2 floors. In the second floor, you can put easily 80 to 90 guests. If you do a full buyout, you can easily have 200, 220 guests. We can talk about that later. So I'm going to also show you some of the other locations we have at this property. Pickleball. So again, pickleball is growing, and it's part of the Margaritaville brand. Margaritaville is also very highly invested in pickleball in the States. We have 2 beautiful pickleball courts. This has been extremely popular, as you can imagine. It's growing and growing. We are doing pickleball during the day, during the early morning, at lunch, in the afternoon, and we're doing even pickleball at night. Glow in the dark pickleball. Imagine that. We are doing those type of events, and it's a lot of fun. Think about team building events. Think about incentive trips. Again, these are some of the features and locations. Again, this is one of the rooms, the King Paradise room, with 452 square feet. So you can see the look and the feel and the flair of the brand. It's not highly invasive, but of course it's tropical. It's Margaritaville, but again, a 4-diamond AAA property with all of the amenities and everything, with a luxury touch, with a luxury vibe around it. Again, more categories. We have the Paradise Studio, bigger and larger in size. This is a completely oceanfront property. We have the Coral Reef that has 1,780 square feet. This is ideal for corporate reunions, board reunions. We can do cocktails. You know, the terrace. In the terrace, you can easily put up to 45 people. Has a pool. Imagine those type of cocktails or reunions that you can have, and have this room as part of your room block, and organize those type of events. Very unique, the meat sommelier. So I talked to you about the steakhouse. We have the JWB Steakhouse, and we, again, pioneers introducing a meat sommelier. And this is an experience by itself. You come into the restaurant, and there's a section where the meat sommelier is going to greet you. He's going to take you. You're going to see the different cuts. He's going to explain it to you. He's going to give you some cold cuts so you can take a bite with a nice glass of wine, and talk to you about the different cuts we have and what we're offering at the restaurant. And you can, of course, take advantage and learning. Again, it's all about learning nowadays. It's all about experiential opportunities. And this is exactly what Karisma Hotels, in conjunction with Margaritaville, we are bringing to the table. More and more experiences. The brewery is an experience. It's different. We want to be different. The meat sommelier is different. We want to be different. So again, these are the type of experiences you can see. This is a picture of the photo of the ballroom. As I said, beautiful ballroom with a capacity for up to 400 guests. I have these fact sheets. I can send them to you. You can see the different, based on the different setups, everything we can do. This is another section of the hotel, which is the solarium, that has a capacity for 220 guests in cocktail setup, 240 guests for banquets. And I guess again, this is completely oceanfront. Another location, outdoor location. But of course, as meeting planners, I know we always like to have that peace of mind of having that ballroom there in case. But at the end of the day, you know, you want to have that peace of mind that in case of anything, you have the backup of the ballroom. But we have all of these locations that are, of course, outdoors. We're in the Mexican Caribbean. Sky Terrace. This is a beautiful location in the 6th floor, if I'm not mistaken, where you can have a capacity for up to 200 guests. The views are beautiful, beautiful of the ocean, and we can have banquets, cocktails, anything done for groups here. And again, talking about being different, license to chill wet feet bar. This is a bar, lounge bar for up to 60 guests, and your feet are on the water the whole time. So you're sitting, imagine having a meeting, having a reunion, having a cocktail, and you are in your casual dressing, but your feet are on the water. We have done incredible events at this location. It's a different, think about doing a presentation there. Let's think outside of the box, presentations, cocktails, anything, rewards, events, you name it. It's definitely different. And at night, during the day, it's beautiful. During the night, it's incredible with all of the lighting. Finn's Gazebo is another area we also have at the property as well, for oceanfront property for up to 70 guests. And this is the Landshark Brewery. So this is, this is a brewery. Imagine a nice, high vibe, high vibrant sport bar with all of those tanks. I'm going to show you the tanks behind it with the brewmaster doing the beers real time. And again, completely different. And this is a setup because, and I know this is focused on mice, but we are starting also to do weddings inside. Imagine weddings inside of the brewery. This is inside of the brewery. But I wanted to show you because we are not limiting ourselves to weddings. We want to do events as well with this type of setup. So imagine doing a cocktail inside of the brewery, as you can see it now, but imagine it with cocktail tables. So we want you to be able to think of those immersive type of events that we can do inside of the Landshark Brewery. So we started with weddings. Now we're opening up for any type of events, whether it's a social gathering, whether it's an incentive corporate group. The setting, it's incredible to have this as a backdrop, to have all of these tanks and everything as a backdrop. And as I said, we started with weddings. We're moving now. Also, this is now open. So contact me. Don't be limited. Contact me to talk about MICE or social groups, because we're also empowering our clients to follow a process where we are going to introduce them to the brewmaster, and they're going to have brewing consulting services where they can actually have a saying in the beer recipe. So if you have a very special event and the group leaders get together and they want to have a beer with oaky touches, citric touches, different types, more acidity here and there, or more sweetness here or there, they can do this together with, they can work the malt, the spices, and the hops with the brewmaster, and the brewmaster is going to create a beer completely unique for your event. So this is completely different, and definitely something that is growing in popularity. So this is all Margaritaville Island Resort Riviera Maya, 355 rooms, adults only. Now we move to Margaritaville Island Resort Riviera Cancun. So this is just 5 minutes away by car. This is a smaller property, 146 rooms, boutique property, ideal for buyouts, or ideal to have, basically, you can have 120 rooms and you have your own hotel, or 130. It's a very boutique property. What I love about this property, it's the fact that you don't need to walk more than 5 minutes from any point you are standing in that hotel. You don't need to walk more than 5 minutes for you to be touching the sand. That's how special it is. The beach is beautiful. And we have two beautiful villas as well adjacent to the property, which is Villa Casa del Mar with 6 bedrooms, and Villa Esmeralda as well. And so again, if you like boutique properties, this is definitely that type of property. Again, all of the IPs of Margaritaville, you're going to see them in this property. And as I said at the beginning, the difference with this property is that this property accepts families. So unique touch points of this property. I didn't show you this picture in the other Margaritaville because we don't have it. We have it in this property. So at Margaritaville Riviera Cancun, we have blender bikes. So imagine doing competitions. Imagine doing a team building event where you actually have to work. You have to work for your alcohol. So you work for your margaritas. You blend away. Blend away, and let's see who wins. And you get the big prize. So we have those blender bikes. You can actually do them. It's fun. It's a fun activity that everyone embraces. And there are famous floating taco trays. So we have the famous floating taco trays at both Margaritaville. So at the past, the one that I was talking before with the brewery, and at this one. Me as a hotelier, I never thought in my life this could work. But thanks to a very good friend of mine, actually the general manager of Margaritaville Riviera Maya, we gave it a try. This goes against, as a hotelier, it goes against all rules of a hotelier. Hotelier book 1.0 goes, no food in the pool. But it works. It has been, it became a viral sensation. Every single group that goes to the hotel, they want to have this, you see the 4 different floating taco trays all over, and people are enjoying themselves. They have their taco trays there. They have a beer. Of course, we have taken all of the measures for this not to be messy. And again, it's a beautiful, incredible experiential service that we have in the 2 Margaritavilles. So moving on to Nickelodeon, again, as Karisma Hotels and Resorts, are extremely proud to have the exclusivity with Nickelodeon and have their hotels. So we have 2 properties right now, one that is coming in 2027 in Orlando. But we have 2, Margaritaville, too much Margaritaville. Let's move on now to Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts, Riviera Maya, and Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts, Punta Cana. So Riviera Maya is just 25 minutes away from the Cancun International Airport. This is hands down one of the best family hotels in Mexico. Definitely one of the best. The property, it's boutique property, 280 rooms, and it has three key selling points that families appreciate. Number one, it has every single room has 2 bathrooms, which is extremely important for families. Number two, all of the rooms have the ability to connect, so all of them can be connecting suites. And number three, it's all oceanfront. All of the rooms are oceanfront. No questions asked. All of the rooms are oceanfront. It has one of the best, and this has been an awarded as best aqua park. Um, has received different accolades as one of the best aqua parks for families, and this is all part of the Nickelodeon experience in Riviera Maya. Of course, all of our hotels, they have, and this is a 4 diamond, as you can see, AAA hotel. But of course, as part of the experience, you're gonna see the same thing. And again, it's about thinking outside of the box. Believe it or not, we're starting to receive requests for Nickelodeon. You have this type of incentive trips or rewards trips that they're allowing to bring the families, and why not? Let's have fun, because at the end of the day, this is not a completely immersive experience. You're not going to have Donatello or Dora the Explorer or SpongeBob next to you every day. They're going to be there. They're going to walk around, but you have the gourmet dining, you have the a la carte dining. None of that is sacrificed. So the adults, my point to all of this is the adults can be adults. The adults can also have their fun part. And Nickelodeon is a multi-generational brand. It's a powerhouse, huge powerhouse, as you know. And it has a multi-generational aspect to it that more and more new generations are demanding and looking to see the overall experience. Here we actually have a beautiful state-of-the-art amphitheater that you can see over here, with capacity for 450 guests. So this is in Riviera Maya. And Nickelodeon Resort Punta Cana, this is in Ubero Alto. So this is 30 minutes away from the Punta Cana International Airport. This property has been renovated. Tons of renovations happening right now in different points of sale of the property, the suitery, the Nick Lounge. It's fun, it's different. It's definitely appealing for social groups, definitely appealing for incentive groups that would like to bring families or would like to just change and think a little bit outside of the box and do something different. So this is ideal for multi-generational groups. It has a gourmet village that is, for me, one of a kind. One of a kind village. It's an actual village that is like the heart of the hotel, where you have the entertainment in the middle, live entertainment, and all of the restaurants are around it. It's like a type of boulevard, village type of vibe. And you have all of the specialty restaurants. You have the burgers restaurants, the Asian restaurant, Berdelle, which is Italian. You have all of the different type of cuisines around you. And besides the fact, Karisma as well, besides the restaurants we have in our properties, we love to do in all of the properties, Margaritavilles, Nickelodeons, as well as we love to do happenings. We love to do food happenings, pop-ups. Out of the sudden, you're sitting down, you're lounging, and you get, a slider or things like that. So those are the kind of aspects that as I said at the beginning, we love to focus in food and beverage. So again, beautiful property in Punta Cana. Please DM me if you want to learn more, because we've done some incredible changes to this property, aesthetical changes, room changes. This property was opened in 2016, and we have been working through it to make it better and better. It has a beautiful as well aqua park, as well, that it's separated from not separated, but let's say the hotel is in one side, you have to go through a tunnel. It's a 3-minute ride in a golf cart, and you get to the aqua park. And the aqua park, it's incredible. Has been expanded now as part of the new renovations with more slides. So again, different, fun, and we love this brand. We're very proud and privileged to work with this brand. And last but not least, we have Azul. Azul, it's a brand, a Karisma brand. We have Azul in the Grill. This is 90 minutes away from Sangster's International Airport. And this property has 283 suites. It's complete, it sits down in that, if you have been to that area in the Grill, it sits down in that 7-mile beach, which is stunning. Hands down, I would say one of the best beaches we have in our portfolio has to be this one. The beach is like a natural pool. Ideal due to the size for small incentive groups, social groups, meeting groups as well. Again, average size, I would say, more than 180, 170 rooms. But that's more or less, if you see our properties, that's more or less the range, right? The range for us, it's 200, 250 rooms type of groups. And this is Azul Beach Resort and Grill. And I know that for the sake of time, just wanted to introduce you WISE. So WISE, it's our 2025 Karisma Hotels and Resorts 2025 Groups Strategy. WISE stands for Weddings, Incentives, Social, and Entertainment. So this is, every time you see WISE, this is our group's program. This is our group's identity in the table. As part of that identity, we have worked with different programs, evergreen programs that you can see in your slide, right? In this slide right now. For Azul Beach, we have your Stay Your Way for social groups. And for the Margaritavilles, we have You Chill Your Way and Meetings in Paradise for social and nice. And for Nick, we have the Nick Treats program. We wanted to make things easy to understand, streamline our offerings. So besides the fact that you're going to get in each proposal the following, what you're seeing right now on your screen, the 3 days pre and post, the complimentary rooms based on seasonality, the discounts on the spa, the private group check-in, the complimentary upgrades, all of this, you're going to start receiving by default amenities based on the volume of rooms. So book 5 to 15 automatically. On top of those standard concessions that you saw in the previous slide, you get a group dinner experience, VIP welcome amenities, and so on and so forth. We had to divide them by brand because each brand has its own voice, right? So we cannot talk about sliming someone that is a Margaritaville hotel, that is a Margaritaville guest. They're not gonna, doesn't make any sense. So of course we had to tailor make this, customize this, so it makes sense with the brand. It talks to the brand and it talks to the audience that is choosing the brand. So this is a dynamic. The more volume you bring, the more perks you start receiving. And this is by default. You're going to see them by default under group concessions in that contract, in that proposal. You're going to see them there by default. You Chill Your Way, it's the same dynamic. Those standard concessions, they don't change whether it's a corporate, social, or even wedding group. It doesn't change. Those standard concessions that you're seeing on your screen, they are there, they're fixed. The only thing that will change is if the group is a social group, if it's a corporate group, your perks are going to be slightly different. You're not going to have coffee breaks for our social groups, right? So that type of changes and adjustments you're going to see throughout the different, but we wanted just to make things very easy, straightforward. You bring the volume, and again,
Hi, Alejandro.
Yes. Hey,
I'm jumping on because I know you could go on forever about this, and I love that you love talking about it, but we're going over in time.
I know. So yeah, just wanted to finalize this by saying thank you. Wanted to talk a little bit more about the brand. I can send you as well this presentation that I shared as well with Natalie. We have the Cash Forward Reloaded program. We're giving cash back based on the volume of groups you're bringing. So again, you book 2 groups, you get 5%, book 3 to 4, 6, and 5 to 7 groups, 7.5% cash forward on top of a 3-night certificate for you for the meeting planner. So that's all. I'm more than happy, DM me if you want more information, more than happy to talk to you and give you more details.
Yeah, I will say when it comes to commission and inclusions and all of that, you guys are awesome. I mean, definitely, like, there's a lot of information there at the end, but I would suggest for everybody to look more into it because you guys include so much and you top it more and more, and then the commission and the free stuff and everything. So you guys are really good to your planners. That being said, you guys also have some really good fam trips coming up. So I know we're out of time, but you guys can reach out to Alejandro or me. And there's some really, really great fam trips to actually see all of this in real life. So thank you so much, Alejandro. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right.
Thank you, Natalie.
Bye.